today. From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Carolina Panthers.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in Week 2.
Young wasting no time, right to the air. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Young. They'll roll him out right. Oh, Young loses it. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he's got some space here. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. Point after here coming up. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. First and 10, Young. And right away, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
First carry for James Conner. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Screen pass to Conner. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. They'll run here with Conner. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns.
So his great start to the season continues. He found the end zone time after time in the opener last week, and he does it again here in week 2.
And Brandon, we have a lot of coaches sell us week to week that there is no momentum, there is no carryover. Every game is its own entity. But after what we saw him do last week and now punching one in here, I'm starting to think that there is a carryover, and he's feeling it.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It's Young on first down. Now the ball comes loose, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery.
On first and 10, here's Murray. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Young.
This is caught by McMillan.
A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there.
Young going to give to Brooks. Takes it to about the 37. You look at this Arizona defense.
Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers, takeaways they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Young working out of the gun. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Young now from the 50.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
James Conner and the Cardinal offense ready to get back to work.
Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's being a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A give to the fullback on the dive. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Here Here's Murray. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
Looking to throw, Young. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
When you look at this defense,
they enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On the counter, it's Connor. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And just nowhere to go for Connor. Defense gets to him, and they mark him short.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. And they're going to speed things up here. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Benson is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run with Benson.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Trey Benson,
his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Cardinals have opened the lead up to 30. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. They'll start on the ground with Brooks. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. A run out of the gun with Brooks. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They work now on 2nd and 9. Here is Young. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. A handoff running left, Brooks. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 4. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Running the toss to Brooks here. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They'll try to throw now. Young. That one complete till again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now here's Young. That's complete right around the 8. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now a 2nd down throw for Young. Pass incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Young on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. That is caught, and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, a give to Connor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Murray now to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Murray now. Flushed out right.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground.
A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor.
And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Cards continue to pull away here in this 1st half.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this 1st half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Once again, it's Brooks.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Here's Young from the shotgun.
That one complete to Ligon.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Here's a handoff to Brooks running left.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Now Young. And that's complete to Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Meanwhile, Young's throw caught by Sanders.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Out of the gun, it's Young.
This ball taken in here by Brooks.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
From the red zone now, Young. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Young. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Young now.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here now, 2nd and 4. Again, a run with Connor. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start with a couple of rivals on the West Coast. San Francisco hosting Seattle in the NFC West. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead as those two teams approach halftime. Cooper Kupp, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we take the long trek eastward to Tampa, check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Baker Mayfield, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their 2nd straight to start the year. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Michael Penix. In the first half, the Cardinals did what they always do, and that's rely on their quarterback, Kyler Murray. He's got a touchdown through the air as his guys have raced out to a gigantic early lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. He'll buy some time right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Murray a give. This is Connor. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Murray going to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. So he stopped for no gain, and it's 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They run behind center with Connor. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Cup 19. misses. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree? And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. That time a 9-play drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the shotgun, it's Young. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down. Throwing, Young. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
79 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Young to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. To throw, Young. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run here with Brooks. And he will have a first down here before he gets banged down to the turf pretty hard.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Young will set to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Garrett Williams. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
This drive here. Probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 6. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
This is taken in by McBride.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Connor up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That ball caught by Harrison. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
DJ Wadham got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback.
And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that. Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown.
Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, only to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Young. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Part of my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Young. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They run over center with Benson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Here comes Benson on the toss right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, we all know this quarterback had to spend plenty of time studying prior to the game, but he has to be tired of seeing these guys, especially him. 3rd time now he's brought this quarterback down. Whole defense has had a great game, but 3 sacks, not hard to find who one of the leaders of that effort was.
To throw on 2nd down is Young.
Got a man. That's Liggett.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Now Young. Dancing to his left. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And they will remain well behind. So make it 2 missed field goals for him now, but I have the sense, given that distance, you could probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. But no real chance for this one to go through.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That's complete to his running back, Connor. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
2nd down and a yard.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
The throw over the middle taken in. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 2. Screen pass to Connor.
Busts through the tackle, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Back to throw here. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Kevin Farley. And the Panthers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On second down, Young. Got a man. That's Leggett. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's first and 10 at the 16-yard line. Here's Young. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
A second down throw for Young. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Young on 3rd and 2. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That's pulled in at the 32. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just...
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Young now after the fumble recovery. That's pulled in by Brooks. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Young to throw it. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now here's Young. To the right side and intercepted. Here comes Johnson on the return. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense
very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. And quickly they get to the line. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
43. Key tight end, key tight end. Even, 4 down, even. 4 is mine.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw.
Oh, Young loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw, Young. Got him in, it's Brown. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Young working out of the gun.
That is caught.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Arizona, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.